This was Chile's capital just 2 weeks ago. For 5 months, no amount of tear gas, rubber bullets, or water cannon could stop ongoing protests. President Sebastian Pinera seemed to have lost control, while the takeover of this war hero statue had become the symbol of revolt against the state. And this is how the plaza looks now, just around the time when demonstrators would normally be gathering for their daily protest here in Santiago. It has been an extraordinary change of events, not just here on the streets, but also in terms of Chile's entire political scenario. The coronavirus pandemic has achieved what Patricio Fernandez, author of a new book on Chile's social explosion, says was unthinkable.
I would say metaphorically that while everyone is getting sick, Pinera is getting better. It wasn't unimaginable that the calls for his impeachment would have prospered. His popularity was at a historic 6% low. Then came the coronavirus, a situation that invites us all from necessity to follow one leader.
The president's own conservative constituency had revolted against him, especially after he caved in to demands for a referendum on whether to rewrite the Constitution, seen as a crucial step for implementing structural, economic, and social reforms. These right-wing protesters called him a traitor while chanting the name of former dictator Augusto Pinochet. Now, April's referendum has been postponed for 6 months. The army is on the streets, and Pinera seems to be back in control.
And now we are under curfew and a state of disaster, so people are not allowed to gather in large numbers. So in that respect, yes, it is a respite for the government.
But many protesters predict it won't last.
We concede the government's leadership in this crisis, but in these situations, our social inequalities are exposed even more. But this will re-energize the social protest when the epidemic is all over.
Still, faced with such a serious threat, a virus that doesn't distinguish between rich and poor or left and right, the political dialogue that Chile so badly needed but that appeared impossible seems to be emerging. Perhaps the silver lining of all this for everyone.